back. We are joined here alongside the Pad Man. But we got to ask, man, what do we call you outside of the Pad Man? Everyone does know you as Pad Man, but for people that are going to want to research you, Google you, maybe reach out to you,
of course,
what do they look up?
Iran Mcgriff.
Iran Mcgriff.
Yes, sir. Iran William Mcgriff.
So what got your start into boxing?
Basically martial arts.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Ooh. Now you want me to tell my age now?
I mean, I'm just trying to give some backstory as to how long you've been in the sport.
Oh, wow.
And doing what you're doing.
Since 9 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay. And when did you transition into boxing from mixed martial arts?
When I had moved back to Pittsburgh for a couple of years, I had a body shop there. I did auto body for 38 years. That was a family tradition.
Wow.
And martial arts was also a family tradition. So I've been in it for a long time. And how I made the transition was I started with kids first to see if I can, pick it up. Mm-hmm. And I started getting better. And basically, I was interning for like about 5-6 years. Basically, I wasn't making any money, but I stuck with my own craft.
Interning with who, though? Under who?
Just jobs that I would get, I was free. So that's my intern right there. So as me going along learning the sport, also, I had to start boxing as well. So I picked up boxing when I moved to Vegas back in 94. And Tyrone Boone was one of my trainers.
And so were you fighting competitively or just to learn the sport?
I was already at the age of 33.
Oh, okay.
So I said, if I want to be a coach, I'm going to have to learn the sport just as well. Even though I had a martial arts background, it's still two different sports.
Okay.
For sure.
Even though it's combat, but it's two different sports.
So how was it when you got to Vegas? Obviously, for many years, Vegas has been the fight capital. So what was it like in 94 when you arrived? What was that transition like?
I had came out here to do comedy at the Riviera Casino. And I didn't like the contract and what I was getting, so I was having family situations. So I said, maybe I need to settle down, pick up a gym, and leave it in the gym. So that's what I did. I left it in the gym, and I found Johnny Taco's gym when I first got here in 94.
And then from Johnny's, because Johnny Taco's obviously was a very historic
major,
gym. Talk. Who was you working with?
Murky Sosa, James Thunder, Rocky Gannon, Julian Jackson. Sparred with him a few times. He was already pretty much done with the game, but it was a blessing to get in there with him. And
were you with Murky when he fought Roy?
No.
Okay.
Basically, when I came in Johnny Taco's gym, it was like there was no amateurs. It was all pros.
Okay.
And Thel Terrence, turned me on to a lot of the guys out there, which I also trained Sharif Bulgaria. I trained him for about 4 or 5 fights.
Okay.
But I had some leadway in there where I could get some real help. And once I started picking it up, I had to realize one thing: they hit back. So
for real,
they hit back. So I had to focus on understanding the game. If I wasn't going to understand the game back then, I wouldn't be where I am now. Because I vision myself doing what they're doing, but I vision it the right way. So if you pick up the trade, it's coaches coach and fighters fight. That's basically what it is. So the opportunity was granted to me with some situations, like Kenny Lunkins had just got out of jail. Remember Kenny Lunkins?
No.
Like 5-time world champion. He was he was with Angelo Dundee back in the day. So he had just got out of jail, and he did 6 years, and I guess he was doing a documentary, and that was probably one of my first big jobs to train with him. And then I got a couple UFC fighters like Marcus Brimage, Hector, what's his name? Hector from Florida. Can't remember his last name. A couple of other fighters I train now for UFC: Christopher Curtis, Jordan Levitt, but boxing is always going to be my
Where's
first love.
Where's Curtis from?
He's from Extreme Couture.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
trains at Extreme Couture, but boxing is my first love.
Mm.
You know, always. I'm gonna always love the sport, and I like what I'm doing for a living.
So being here 28 years in the boxing game in Las Vegas, how have you seen it change? Obviously, you know, you were in Vegas, you know, from start to finish of Floyd's career. So how have you seen everything change and develop?
Totally a progress, definitely for Las Vegas because it's fight capital. I've seen the rise of so many champions just living here, which is amazing. You know, to get an opportunity to watch people shine and you get to see it live. It's probably one of the greatest entertainments in the business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because sports and entertainment, they go together in this business.
Absolutely.
So just like me, I had to make a name for myself. They don't call me Pad Man for nothing. I have to live up to all expectations, and pressure is always on me, but I can handle it.
Why? Why do you think pressure's on you?
Because you have to be creative. If you're not creative, then the fighter's not. And once the fighter complies that you're trying to be creative, it's a nice mix. You get rhythm, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm a driller. I drill fighters with hard combinations.
So your drills are more for stamina than actual focusing on target mitt?
Target, trigger, twitch. Your basic roll the shoulder is cool for amateurs, but you should be jerking that shoulder forward. All your weight should be coming forward.
So I'm going to screen share here some pad work that you were doing with Maurice Lee. And I just want you to talk to us a little bit about Maurice because on these pads, he looks amazing. You know, he obviously was on my radar a few years ago when he was very vocal that he was going to get an Errol Spence fight. That never happened. He's continued to be in the gym and continues to look like he's in phenomenal shape. I know you were telling us a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, we were in Bones. You said he had a fight. You weren't going to be able to make it, but he did have a fight. Did that happen?
Yeah, he had a unanimous decision.
Okay. And this is your fighter, or you just the pad man?
So what's
also, I'm his coach also.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is the plan with Maurice? Who's he signed to, and you
What's
know when are we going to see him on television?
I would specifically say just give him some more time. You know, he come off of a lot of hard things in his life. So when the situations like this, you just can't push him. You got to let him see if they can have the fun. If it's still fun to you. If it's not fun to you anymore, then you're just doing it for the money. It's tough. Then you're just doing it for the money.
But he's been out
He loves the sport, though.
the ring, like out of the, you know, because he was with Mayweather at one point. So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure he's not making the money that he used to. How can he remain out of the ring so long?
Well, you know, psychological issues, you know, family issues. We all go through it. He's not the only one. I go it just like everybody else goes through it. It's a normal, natural thing in life, basically. You know, it happens. And, you know, he got himself on the right track right now, man. He's looking good. He's strong. He's very smart. He's very smart.
How good is he, and how much time? Because the welterweight division is on
Blowing
fire
up.
right
It's blowing
now,
up.
and you know he's kind of letting his best years pass him. Like he's been a welterweight for some time now, and a lot of big fights on that PBC side.
Yeah.
You know they just signed Rashidi Ellis. He's over there. I mean, there's just so many. Boots needs a fight.
Yeah.
There's so many, and he's a southpaw. You know.
Yeah, he's a southpaw.
He could end up in a Crawford fight if he's available because, you know, maybe he wants a tune-up. He's been out, 11 months?
Yeah, here's the thing. This is a true story. Him growing up, learning the game, he really didn't learn it the way he really needed to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What do you mean by that?
because take no credit from the coaches that he had, but, you know, when fighters take time off, they forget. They forget their mechanics. So I come in, I'm teaching him all new mechanics, and he's excited about it because the biggest thing I wanted him to do was get his hands away from his face and stop making his face a target. Your punches should be in front of you. You should have hands before defense. First defense is hands. So I got his hands where they're supposed to be, and that was the best thing for him. And now he's starting to understand
I've
it.
seen that on one of your posts, like hands away from the face.
Right. That means, when fighters get hit and they got their gloves playing peekaboo all the time, you can't do it all the time. It's not a full-time thing. Defense is not even, to be honest, defense is not even full-time. Offense should be full-time. Defense should be when it's necessary. So we're fixing it right now. And he has to learn how to have momentum going in. His tour guide is messed up. His targets are getting better. But once his targets get right, his tour guides will be right. He'll be good, man. I promise you. The man got something left in his tank for sure.
How old is he?
30.
30 years old. And he works out all the time. He's driven. He's totally driven right now. So I'm looking for him to do good things, man. I promise you, he'll do good things. He's a good kid. He got his head on right. That's the key.
The good thing is he got back in that ring, off inactivity almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Like
He had a unanimous decision, no matter who it was. It builds confidence.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a guy with a lot of experience.
How soon are you trying to get him back in the ring and another kind of,
He'll probably fight in another month or so. We just got to keep him fighting so his momentum can change. Because when it comes to fighters, some of them don't understand that you practice combinations on the pads for a reason, for target practice. So remember them. Most of the time I do pads, I do quick because everything's behind it. Some of these fighters, you teach them that and they won't go out and do it. You got to try it when you spar. You have to actually try it to make a difference when you spar. If you're not doing it when you're sparring, you're not thinking about it, or you're not going to use it in the fight.
And by doing it, you mean what? Like the slipping, the pulling back, the catching?
Just do it. Be an actor. Pick your favorite person. Say, I'm going to be this person. I'm going to act. You got to have that mentality. If you don't, your game plan's out the window. Because once you jump in those four squares, there's no more babysitting.
For sure. So who else are you working with?
Devin Haney also.
Yeah, I think that's where we've seen you, where I've seen you. I know, obviously, Danny has met you before, living in Vegas 7 years. And outside of Haney is just Haney and Maurice Lee? Wow, you go from the top to Maurice Lee, who's been inactive for a long time.
Well, I'm almost 60.
Wow.
So, I'm tired.
No way. You look good, bro. I've seen you in the gym, too, man. You look good.
I still spar.
Yeah, I've seen the shirtless picture of you and Maurice. I'm like, okay.
Thank you,
wow.
guys.
Got the abs going.
That's great.
How was, man, I want to talk about Australia and just, the undisputed run and everything that took place, from your shoes, obviously very different. How was that experience?
It was amazing. That's like my 20th country that I've been to for training. So I pretty much got adapted to the plane rides. Once you get past and you get adapted to the plane rides, you don't care where we go.
It's all the same.
I'm ready to train.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to train. Sometimes I'll be like, come on, man, let's train. I'll beg to train because, my job became my hobby became my job. So I don't mind getting up in the morning.
That's how it is for us, I feel like. So,
what would you say is the most famous person you've done pads for?
Probably Devin Haney.
Okay. Wow, I'm shocked being out here. You never got to Floyd.
Well,
I'd love to see you and Floyd do something.
I would love to, but there's a lot of red tape between it. That red tape, I just can't get to it.
Yeah.
There's always some, holdbacks and some crabs in the bucket.
Yeah.
They're always going to stop you because if you're shining, they don't want you to shine. There's two types of hate. They hate you for what you're doing, and they hate it that they can't do it. There's two types of hate, and you just got to deal with it. You know what I mean? That's the whole key, just dealing with it.
So, obviously being out there in Australia, not just the training, got the fight, came back undisputed. Being in camp with Devin, did the fight go, I guess, kind of as expected or, as anticipated? Did you see what you expected to see out of Devin in the fight?
Oh yeah, totally went according to game plan, because we worked on the jab and the twitch all camp, and we knew that he had a longer reach than Kambosos, and Kambosos has to get his foot past you just to touch you. So Devin's not going to stand there. He's a fade back guy. Touch you, fade back, touch, fade back, touch, touch. He's not going to stand there in the pocket. He'll outbox you. And that's what his purpose is. So people need to understand it. Sometimes boxers don't get knockouts, but they look good.
Being Devin's pad man and feeling that left hook on those pads, were you frustrated maybe that he didn't use more tools in that fight and it was just the jab? Did you feel like maybe there was ever a point that he could have took another tool out the tool basket?
Yeah, I think he found a tool that was working. And I think he stuck with that tool probably because his father probably told him, yeah, stick with that. That's working for you. So, coming behind it with the right hand should do the job. So this time, fighting Kambosos, the right hand should do the job.
I like that left hook. I'm not saying that's the tool because I'm no trainer. I'm not saying that's the tool needed for that specific.
His left hook that's his favorite.
But I feel like that left hook, it just ain't hit nobody right. Because I feel like in that gym, it sounds so loud, it don't make any sense why it's not putting people down or out.
We kept looking at each other like, that's the one.
It's just, I'm like, wow.
We're just gonna keep working on it. That's all we can do. Just keep working on it.
So
it's not bad, but we want it to be better. So we just keep working on it, man. And that's what I like about him and his father. We work on stuff.
Yeah,
work on things.
I wanted to ask you, for Devin to be not a young fighter in the game, but just in life, only 23 years old, could you talk about his work ethic and dedication in the gym?
Well, the dedication for Devin, the whole time in Australia, he worked out every day, and he ran pretty much every day. And he didn't use a sauna suit. He got it off without the sauna suit. So he naturally got it off by eating right, and he had a great team of chefs, and people that take care of him really well. He did really well getting in shape. He came in, didn't he come in a pound under?
He came in, I want to say half a pound, half a
like
pound,
a half a pound under,
half a pound under, something like that. So
yeah,
definitely very disciplined. So are you will you be in camp for the rematch?
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Okay. I know right now they're in the Bay Area, right?
Yeah, for snack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt that, I don't want to say Cam got started early, but it seemed like he really didn't take much time off from the last fight. I know he took a trip or whatever, but it was like, man, he was right back at it.
But man, I mean, look,
get it while you can get it.
Not only that, man, Sean Porter showed me and hopefully other fighters that, it's better to stay
active
and
close to weight.
Close year round, bro.
Yeah.
Year round. Porter never, I mean, obviously the last fight was probably the most questionable fight when you think of Porter's conditioning. Like, you knew when you got a Sean Porter fight, he's giving you hell. He's never been not conditioned, not trained, not ready to go. And that's what I like about Devin. That's what I like about Devin. He doesn't balloon. I've been doing this since Tim Bradley. So I've seen Tim Bradley get 180, 200 pounds as a 140.
Wow.
Like, this doesn't happen. Look at Bud. Earl. He was saying he had to take off 35 pounds.
That's a lot.
Of course.
Especially when you've been doing it for years.
Yeah, and they're still working out at that weight, too. I mean, some people think that they're just off. They're still going in the gym and working out. They just ain't working on the weight change. You know what I mean? So we all know when it gets close to fight time what the situation is going to be.
What would you say it is about Devin that separates him?
His work ethics, man, are just different. He just grinds and grinds and grinds. He's like nonstop, man.
Yep.
He really is.
It is the work ethic,
man.
It is the work ethic.
He don't stop. He's on a mission right now. That's the truth. Like, he's nonstop, man. The dude is got a lot of talent, man. Shine now.
Yeah.
It's your time. It's, move on to the next.
So being out of Bones every now and then, have you gotten to work paths with Jeremiah Milton?
No, but I would love to.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Man, I wanted to kind of get your thoughts, what you thought.
Maybe you can make the connect.
Okay. Yeah, for sure, man.
That would be epic.
So I'm assuming you're cool with Rodney, right?
Oh, I'm very cool with Rodney.
Yeah.
Rodney's a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's
There's a couple fighters out there I want to do some pads with too. Like.
So what? You're just like, is it like an unspoken rule not to talk to someone else's fighter? Because I'm gonna be real, like, I ask everybody, every trainer, oh, can you work with me? Can you I'm not afraid. I'm a talker, but I see other fighters. They'll go to a gym, be working out for 2 months. They ain't get no sparring because they afraid to talk.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to ask.
Or the coach don't want your help.
Exactly.
Too much animosity.
So is the coaches? That's what it is.
Yeah, it's the coaches.
I feel because it's territorial. That's your bread and butter,
bro. I mean, I can tell you what I've been through. I mean, Hector Lombard, that was his name. I trained Hector Lombard in Florida. Remember Hector Lombard, at UFC fight? I trained him. There was another kid from Germany. He just got signed with one championship. His name is RoboCop. They call him Robert Saldick. You got to look this guy up. He is brutal. I mean, he got hands. Man.
And you say he just got signed to one?
One championship.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to make him the face of one championship. He's nasty. He was fighting for KSW for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Good kid. And I would love to do pads with Boots, man.
Oh my God. That would be amazing.
Oh, we'll tear it up, man.
What about Tank?
Oh, man. All day long. Because, see, them fighters, they know where to put their hands. Their hands is away from them. You look at all of them.
You should, I mean, I don't, obviously you've already established yourself, but Patrick Harris, you've ever watched them do pads?
Definitely.
He's nice.
Shout out Coach Bud.
He fucking has like, do you have like calluses? My man has like calluses from all the pads he fucking does.
None.
Nah, you're lucky. You're straight. Bro, you ever seen Patrick's hands?
Oh, man, terrible.
That don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've done some pad work with some of the guys, and they're like, you ain't going to put no pads on? I'm like, no, man, just crack my hand hard as you want. It's the palm of it, how soft it's going to be. The wrist is loose, but the arm's tight. A lot of people do this. It's not. It's up the middle. A fighter should be skinny anyway. Both hands in front of him. He should be skinny. Instant defense. Elbow to the sides.
And when you mean skinny, you mean to the side?
Yeah. Instead of chicken winging.
Okay. Which is?
And throwing punches from out there. You see it coming all day. So when you see a fighter like that, he's square. He thinks he's not because his foot's back. It's not true.
Well, I think those are all our questions. We do want to thank you for coming in short notice. I wanted to obviously introduce you to our audience, man.
Appreciate
we see
it, man.
you working with Devin, and we see what you do. And, I want to put more awareness on it. Let everybody know where they can follow you so they can see some of that great pad work that you do. Especially now, knowing that you're 60, I can't believe it. I swear, I didn't know that you were that age doing that.
Almost 60. No, he ain't
That's
quite
crazy.
there.
Almost though.
He ain't quite there. He's still.
I don't feel my age. 58. I don't feel it.
It's funny.
I don't even feel it.
I just saw this video yesterday where the Gary Vaynerchuk, he's a big influencer and he's an older guy, but making big money. Smart business moves.
Yeah, for sure.
And he had another older successful businessman in there, and they were like, now that we're older, this is probably the youngest we've ever felt.
For sure.
Very youthful.
Oh, and the youth is amazing right now.
And I'm sure, just the experiences in life throughout time bring that out of you, right? Because he tells me all the time, I'm like, damn, like I'll be worried about something. He's like, bro, you good. Don't worry about it. Like, man. And I think, I'm sure some of your experiences and just your time in life have gotten you there. So.
Oh, I've been through a lot. I got 2 new hips, 2 titanium hips.
Whoa.
Shoulder, neck surgery, screws on my toes.
So
I've been.
But was that all from pain, or you
all doing martial arts?
Oh, martial arts.
I was a break dancer in high school. I did a couple commercials. And then I did comedy for 11 years. That's what brought me to Vegas.
So did you ever do Laugh Factory?
No.
What?
I was.
Is it that hard? Because I don't know the comment, but I'm figuring that's such an infamous club.
Well, I was a host at one of the
Okay.
casinos here.
Okay.
So they discovered me when I was living in Pittsburgh, PA.
Nice.
So I
think-
took the chance and came out. So the contract wasn't what I was at, what's to be expected.
Yeah,
so
what it
I-
was supposed to
Yo,
be.
so
Yeah.
being from Pittsburgh, have you went and got with the Pittsburgh Kid, Paul Spadafora?
Yeah, I just trained his son a couple
Nice.
days ago at Top Rank.
We interviewed Gino, right? It's
Yeah,
Gino.
Gino.
Great kid. Me
Yeah.
and Paul's amazing. Paul's a great guy. He's been through a lot too, but he's just a thoroughbred guy. He's down to heart.
Have you done pads with him?
No, I haven't done pads with him.
I heard he still got it, bro. Someone was
I'm
telling me that he was in there the
I'm
other
about
day.
to pull him
He-
to the side.
and
Say,
they
"Come
was
on,
like
man."
still impressed with his lateral movement
Yo,
and waist movement.
Paul, he told us that, many years ago, he said around Devin was about 14, 15 that
Who's
they
going to be a
sparred.
champion?
And they sparred, and he's like, man, that young boy, he fucked me up, man. He fucked me up. I knew he was going to be special, man. He was like 14,
Yeah.
15, he fucked me.
Yo,
Crazy.
Devin is something special, man. He really is. You don't get it like that too often. The reason why Teofimo couldn't keep it is because personality, emotional. You have to stay composed no matter what you do. Even if you're working your way to a champion, you better have a mindset where it's on another level where people respect you. And then you get heard. Other than that, you better take a back seat.
Mm.
You have to.
Mm.
So let's see what he does now since he's champion in another division. You just want belts? That's what you just want?
Who?
Teofimo.
He ain't no champion. What division he a champion in?
Didn't he take those 2 belts in the 140?
Nah.
He didn't get to take those belts?
Hell no. Them joints, one of them was vacant. One of them was just fought for.
Really?
Yeah. One of them was just
Wow.
fought for a week and a half ago on Showtime. Albert Puello, he's the
Yeah.
WBA champion now at 140.
What do you think he's going to do in that division?
Who?
Honestly, Teofimo.
Man, it's tough because
I mean, the way
He's gonna be
Puello
really
looked,
tired,
he might
bro.
be Puello.
I
He looked good in that Campas fight.
He did.
See-
he did look good.
And obviously
Yo,
it was
not-
meant
I
to
don't-
be
I
that
don't-
dude's not on
see,
his level.
and
But
I don't think that. I don't think he looked good. Like when I think of good, I think of the T.O. of old.
Boom, boom, boom.
And it was like, yo, I didn't think he looked sensational. I didn't think he looked terrible. I didn't think he looked sensational. And I was just having a conversation with somebody about it.
Do
But
you think bringing the weight up on him makes him a little bit less of an opponent?
I mean, I think he'll have to prove himself. Like I said, I wasn't that impressed. But some people say like the opponent brings the best out of you. Sometimes the fighter will stoop down to the
For
opponent's
sure.
level.
Yep,
For
yep.
sure.
This is his first. That was his first fight since. So that was first fight in 10 months. You coming off the surgery, the layoff, cool. I didn't expect, 100%. But I'm like, yo, they ain't match you against the guys you was being matched up against.
Yeah.
So despite the layoff and everything, they put a guy in front of you that in my eyes you were supposed to do the shit you've been doing.
For sure.
Um,
So to you, he didn't look the same percentage.
Nah.
he still looked good though. I don't care what he was doing. I literally was watching it again
I
yesterday.
thought his power was okay.
He was playing with that dude.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. I thought his power
Did
was
the
pretty
back-
good. Yeah.
he was looking good.
Hey,
man.
he had a
was
chance to
looking good.
showboat, so he did.
Exactly.
Do it.
And not a lot of people do that, right? Like they'll get a tune-up and just go through the motions. Like he put on a show.
The sports of entertainment.
Put on a show.
Yep.
yeah, but I guess as far as how he'll fare at 140, it's a lot of talented guys at 140, and on top of that, it's a lot of guys coming up to 40.
Just to get him.
Exactly. Because they know like
It's a hunt now.
they know it's
Yeah.
gonna be a big payday. It's like to me, I gave him a B-
Yeah.
performance.
I gave him a B.
Okay,
I
and
think
then-
I said A-.
you said A-. I said B-. But damn, they already had the fucking biggest date of the year lined up for him. Right after the Heisman presentation, I'm like, damn, like y'all ain't even want to see how he looked. Y'all just said, fuck it, we gonna take our chance. Like, we gonna see.
I think that the date is on reserve, and he wouldn't have had clearance to announce his next date had he not won.
For sure.
The performance is definitely
was
has to
pretty
do
good.
with it. Like I don't think Bob would have been like, yeah, you getting that date if you went 12 with Gampa or 10 with Gampa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, he did look pretty good though. I gave him a B. You know, that's what.
I mean, I like an A-. I thought, obviously I get it. Some people are like, oh, you can't rank him an A. He didn't even fight that level of opposition. But that's the thing. He looked good. He put on a show. He did what he had to do and entertain people.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the entertainment aspect is one thing, Coach, but like, we say it with Ryan. Like, okay, cool. Ryan was entertaining in his last fight. He got a great knockout.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, cool. This
the
is
competition level is going to be different.
But all right, cool. This is second fight back. I'm looking at you supposed to be one of them guys. Like, how you gonna match up against them guys? So I just watched 2 fights where you didn't do anything to cut off the ring. So I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it with Teal. Like, all right, cool. You did that with Kampa. I wasn't overly impressed. But what you gonna do with them guys? Like, what you gonna do with the Regises, the Josh Taylor,
the top notch?
You know what I'm saying?
What you gonna do with them?
Them guys, and then you got them guys at 35 that's gonna move up.
They're gonna rest on him, man.
What you
They're
mean
gonna rest on him, man? They're gonna push Somebody's gonna push Teofimo to the ropes. They're just gonna rest on him, man, because in that division he's heavier. That's hard work for him, man.
He came in 2 pounds lighter though. It probably was just hard to make 135.
He
was only
138.
He was only 138 for this fight.
Yeah, so that's what he's saying. He was like, yo, it's 5 pounds difference, but they bigger at 48.
I trained Teofimo in Florida for 5 years. Like, I got like 60 videos of me and him training for years. And he always had a great twitch, but he hates getting hit. He hates getting hit. That was his biggest fear, getting hit. He get hit, he gets mad. Remember when Kambosos knocked him down? He got up. He was so mad. Couldn't do anything. Anger has no energy.
That's different. Yeah, no, I mean, I felt that. I was there at that Kambosos fight. I felt that he just came in with the wrong attitude, game plan.
Yeah. I won this already.
I have not gone back to watch the fight in its entirety, but I remember people telling me, being there, obviously I couldn't hear the corner, but I remember people telling me, like, on TV, like, yo, they not even giving him instruction. They just telling him to whoop this guy's ass, but it's like, where's the instruction? So, I think that
coaches coach, fighters fight.
Man, I hear you.
You got to know the game, man. You got to have a game plan every time that kid or that woman or that man comes back to that corner. You got to tell them to be better than what they were.
So what gym are you out of here in Vegas? Where if someone listening to this, but they can't get the top rank, so you don't do
I'll come
civilians.
I do civilians. I mean, but I had a few people. I had like almost 14 good clients. I was paying decent money. I was living off of it, and then I had built a custom gym in my home. But I got rid of that house, so I got a newer house now. So I'm building a new gym now, along with the pool and turf and things just take time though.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But it was more comfortable for me to train my clients in my home. I had a 20 by 20 ring. It was beautiful.
Not just that, but I could, the pandemic made people change.
When the pandemic hit, I made so much bread. Built a custom gym in my home. So once I did that, man, I was temperature checking everybody coming in.
Right.
They was coming in and out, in and out. It was amazing. It was probably one of the most amazing things I ever done in my life was build a gym. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. Build a ring, everything. So
I'm gonna need you to, speak up a little bit more so that you can get these opportunities because Tank comes into town every now and then. And I think it would be nice for us as fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Of him and of yourself to see you guys together.
Just some fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm known for.
A little Instagram video. That's all we want.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for. But I'm a full-time coach. I would like to see Tank
with you and Boots. Who else? Boots. Boots is fast.
Man. It would
totally
who else?
Epic, man. You know who else I would love to see him do pass with? Bam Rodriguez. Bam fast.
Bam's quick.
What you think about him, Coach?
Oh man, please make it happen, guys. I'm here. I'm letting you guys know now. Phone call away.
Are you open? Have you met GT?
No,
I
haven't met him.
Are you open to meeting him?
For sure. Definitely.
Do you think you can learn from someone that's younger than you?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. Well, you know, he has a certain style, and so do I.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wants to show me his style, I'll show you my style.
Not just that,
I'm
but
okay with it.
Not just that, but when you're working with fighters, they teach you things. So if he's worked with fighters that you've never worked with,
Yeah.
I feel like naturally, you know, he'd be able to bring some tools for you, and
For
you'd
sure.
be able to bring some
most
tools.
definitely, man. That's like,
You know,
man, dude, it would be epic. Like my friend has a show, you know, he's putting a show together. It's called Box to the Beat with music. I was just on the show. Did a 16-hour set in Florida and flew back. He's looking for the baddest padman for a competition with music. He's making it happen, man.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, I'm willing to take advice from anybody, man. I don't care. I mean, I'm not a hater for one. You know, I'll take advice from anybody. You know, if a fighter wants you to train his way, then you got to train it his way and perfect it, and that's what it's supposed to be.
absolutely.
If they're the boss, they're the boss. That's what they want. That's what they want. That's how the game goes.
So you are of the belief that the trainers, the managers, the promoters, that they work for the fighters.
For sure.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the
They're our
truth.
boss. That's the truth.
I mean, gym time don't start till the champ show up.
That's true.
And when the champ show up, it still don't start till the champ laced up and ready to
Right,
go.
right.
That's right.
So,
It's our job to get him ready. It's our job to train him. It's our job to prepare him for this fight. It's our job to let him move on successfully. If we ain't doing our job, you ain't gonna be in that position. You know, that's how it works. You got to fight for your job in this business.
for sure.
People just don't ask you. You know, you got to ask people. Well, when they start asking you, then you done something.
Yep.
And I was asked,
Nice.
so I must be doing something.
You're doing something right. Doing something right.
right.
Coach,
And an old head.
well, we really appreciate having you. Definitely want you to give out that Instagram one more time to, you know, let
Yes,
the fans
sir.
follow you, keep up with you.
Coach Padman, one word. Coach Padman, one word. Coach Padman. Instagram, William Mcgriff, boxer trainer. Facebook, holla at your boy.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to take a quick intermission and take a picture with the pad man. We'll be right back. What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.